Hello. I gotta put a battery pack on that. I didn't realize it was so low. I'm looking for my coffee and my other phone. Sorry about that. Okay, let me see if I left it in the phone. Hi, Robin. How are you? I just was walking around looking for my coffee. What a nice surprise. And hello, I'm sorry my other stream got cut off. I can show you what was working on. Let's see, where am I? Uh, hello. I'll just do a peace sign. How are you, Robin? My brain is slow, sorry. I'm trying to give him... Not thinking clearly. That's pretty dark, isn't it? Been bouncing around. I never know what to do. I'm glad I decided to pop back on, so I saw you. Um, this is my mental health Monday. Although I think for an hour or two, maybe not. I never can get in the regimen and don't want to. Depends upon how I feel. This is what I'm working on right now. This is what I'm working on right now. I don't know if you saw it. I don't know if since I shake, can't see as good. I haven't finished it. It has a lot of work to go. Your dad gave me colors for one I did the other night. I don't know if he told you. So I'm kind of doodling. You're doing okay. Susan, did you see any pleated woodpeckers yesterday? Sorry, if I mute, I've kind of been sick. Um, it's beautiful. Robin, I can sit here and just thank you for the encouragement. I haven't. That's got watercolor kind of, and I'm impatient or doing it fast, not like when I sold. It'd still be okay. Thank you. I'm going to be doing abstract. It's for me. And if people want to watch, my stream cut off because the camera got to. Anyway, no, Blackjack, I did not. Yes, I didn't have the camera right here. Now, woodpeckers, if I'm quiet, they won't mind. And since you were asking me, like when I was drawing the last time, if I saw them, I was looking at the artwork instead of that. Let me show you, Robin, because I brought the one from your dad out. I need this and other stuff. I'd rather do stuff like this all day so I could just not think. Am I buffering? Okay, I've got to mute this for a second. I'm getting a doctor's call. I'll be right back. Sorry, I think that was spam. I hate that. Sorry. I usually don't answer the phone, and now I've got to have my phone on. Anyway, this is Robin. This is the one. Hi, Susa, Blackjack. Hi, John. And I'm sorry, David, Sarma. Hi, guys. You are cute. Thank you. Said hi. Hi, John. I started, and who else? John P. I kind of had a bad night last night. Oh, John, if you can, actually, John, I was going to send you a message because when, what was I going to say? For a while I was on the porch, I was going to let it be a quiet stream with the cats and chat, and there was only one or two people, and then anyway, last night I was sick. So I was inside for a while and fell asleep, and then I think I saw your name and uh, Georgia and someone else. Hi, John P. Thank you for the hugs. And Blackjack's back. I have to move around, guys, and look at the camp. I should stand over there. But I want to show Robin what John Freeman. That's Lola. That's my Lola. Lola. Sweet girl. What are you doing, sweet girl? She sleeps with me like almost every night. Don't you? I got it zoomed in. Because I brought my paints over here. I was doing it for a little while. I may be off and on. I'll leave this up, but I may be. I want to. I've got a few things I want to start cooking. I've got to listen to phone calls, but as long as I can, in between breaks, if I feel okay, I may be piddling around with Armand. Anyway, hi John P. Hi Blackjack. Seen a raccoon with Georgia last night munching away. Did you? Here? On my channel or on George's channel? Was there a raccoon? I put it up there because I don't think, was it raining? Did you guys hear rain? I couldn't, I think I slept like zonked out for like, my channel? That's so funny. Do you know what? I'm glad you guys enjoyed yourself while I was sleeping. I feel so rude. It really does. I'm trying to get over it because you guys don't care. And hey, oh, raccoon. I just realized I was thinking possibly, John, what a wonderful night then it was for you. You didn't need to talk to me. You've been wanting to see raccoon. I think the other night I painted you were, every time a dog barks, you want to see raccoons, which is great. I'm glad because I didn't feel good and I woke up. You guys weren't still here, I don't think. I don't know. There was like 11 people still watching when I walked outside. I had my phone in the chair, to type to people when I fell asleep. And I saw your guys' 3 words, and then I was like, 11 people watching. What time is it? Walked out the door. I was like, okay, I see somebody talk, blah, 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 blah. Bye. I'm glad you know what? My own channel, and I don't know what happened. Thank you for informing me how I'm always walking off camera. You guys, I shouldn't laugh because I really don't need to bounce my body around. You guys always make me feel so much better. Encourage my weirdness or put up with it or whatever. John P. Oh, where'd I put those stepping stones? See how excited I get? When my stream cut off, don't watch the end, like the last minute, because it was in my head and it sounds like I'm stuttering. Maybe it does now, but my voice was like, art, art, I was like, and then here I do it. I'm a weirdo. Where did I put those stepping stones? Oh, here's a piece. This was about the smallest size I would do for pathways. I don't know. And it got broke. And here's another piece of it. There's another piece. I should put. But that's stained glass in that one. So sometimes they'd have mosaic or other stuff. I feel like I want to throw up, guys. I might have to run in the house. But so I take. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna be back in a minute. I will leave this up on there. I gotta go. Okay, I'm back. Did I run everybody off? I probably ran everybody off. Oh no, you know what, I don't know if everybody left. Robin, thank you for that. I have to, I try to be nice to my body, but I don't really know what's going on right now, and I'm waiting for some specialist. Anyway, I'm hoping not. I'm wondering if I have, if it's food allergies, but epilepsy in my stomach, in my intestines, so. But it's also my menieres. A lot of times, the last few days, if I barely move my head, it makes me want to get sick, but because I'm so dizzy, and then I get super hot. I was getting super hot. I just dunk my head under the sink. Yes. I need some natural medicine. It's the only thing that's gonna help. I've been sitting here. Ah, if you're still here, a bunch of you guys left, didn't you? And, and mm, I scare people off. Every time I every time I do that, I scare people off. Thank you though, Robin, or whoever else. I'll zoom it in. Oh, you are still here. I'm here, Robin. I could draw, but I kind of did that for blackjack. Give me a minute while I sit here and take a puff. I'll show you what your dad inspired. See that beautiful pink face behind there? You're welcome. Thank you. I'm not always. Now my glasses are fogging up. I don't. I'm a mess. I'm such a mess. Mm. I've always been able to handle myself. I hope it's not coming a day I won't. I, I hope I can't wait till some of the Japanese maples in the back of her and over to the left of her. That's where most the Japanese garden is. The leaves didn't dry out too much. I didn't over put a bunch of food in those girls' hands because got so much rain, and um, so it must have sprinkled some last night because the food was wet. It smelled like fermenting, like if you're making alcohol. So I just put a little bit in some lids, but that's a reminder to me I need to scrub her hands up. I think I need to sit down instead of stand up. You do what, Robin? I'm sorry. I'll sit down and look at my phone and not. Oh, you showed her that picture? Didn't see was Bat's picture. Here, I have them here. I haven't finished, even though you guys said leave it. That was the one, John and Jim, or whatever. I got to put the name, and then I'll post them and ask people what they think. But I still may doodle with that lit. Or I don't know. There's going to be a bunch that are not going to be so watercolor. Like I said, that I may do the backgrounds first, and but this is oh, I'll show her. It's the other book. I haven't done any more to that one of Wally's. This Bat wanted red, black, and blue, and where that's uh, this part was black, and it got real heavy because I was trying to use a fine paintbrush instead of a fine marker. Plus, the watercolor was still wet. So then they said it looked like a DNA strand. Anyway, it kept evolving. I added yellow. I think this way looks like a bohemian stuffed animal or something. I don't know if that one's done too or not, but just kind of doodling. Not used to doing it with people around. And this was the other one. Your dad might have already been gone, that I started myself with nobody's ideas. More like what I do for my business. That's a tulip poplar, which is a tree down here, and then some other plants that are from here. But I've got there's probably going to be a fern leaf in that one circle that's open. And then I'm probably going to maybe watercolor the leaves like brown and green, throw in, and the flowers will have a little bit to look like they're drying up. You know what? Thank you. We're all look what a mess I'm getting my stuff. But I put away. I actually would have tried to be an artist, but wasn't encouraged by my parents. It's my mind never stops, and during art, it's like I don't think about anything. So not that maybe I need that right now, but moderations. I'm blabbering, Robin. Maybe you know that. I heard you were drawing a fireplace one day. Oh, I was gonna say I could use that as inspiration. Try to make an abstract fireplace watercolor. Yeah, I think that because mental health Mondays, which would be important, or at any time for people to try to seek something different, and and music or therapies. But hey, we did it when we were in schools to, maybe it's not everybody's, but yeah, when I start drawing, I space out. See, it's easy. I used to doodle a lot. When I traveled for years all over the country, would write, but I would do other stuff, but mainly just doodle around, kind of like this on papers. Make cards for family and other stuff that I would send. So yeah, maybe Maybe that's what I'll do. Besides, other times I have a hard time balancing. And considering I don't want to stress out about this medical stuff, which I would rather not even talk about or think about, but it'll be good to know. It'll be good to have distractions, and I would do this. I'm rambling. Do this all day long or something, but I know I have responsibilities that just will sit. So, yeah, my brain would say be outside, make stuff, enjoy the weather, look at creations, because my farm business was not always, but the crafts I made most of were focused on a lot of garden art, um, or in stained glasses. Like when you saw that one, usually they were big enough for somebody's foot, but I'd sell them individual or as a set for like the tree of life, in what it would look like in the spring, what it would look like in the summer, fall, and winter. And I did stained glass windows like that too, and either sold them individual or as a set. But I haven't done stained glass in, I don't know, 8 years. I'm kind of don't think I could do that. Yes, I did draw a. And you drew two dice? Awesome. I didn't hear about that, but I haven't been around a lot. Do you pencil or charcoal, pastel, um, colored pencil? What is it called when it's just black? Oh, charcoal. Yeah, because I got a bunch of that in there. That's why I want to put some shells up. I have beggar lice in my pants, you guys. I don't. You won't. I doubt you have them out west. They're these tall weed. They get a little flower, and right if you don't pick them off. But look, just brushing against them earlier, I have them all over my pants. These are their common name, beggar lice, and they have little barbs in them. If you wash your clothes in them, they just embed. You have to sit there and pick them out one by one. I have like 4. Yes, I use pencils, sometimes colored pencils and markers. That's so cool. I'll have to show you some of this stuff that share and we can see each other's. I just dug this out. I hadn't used these yet. You can see how dirty it is, Robin, and everybody else. Cali Art brush markers. Look at how dusty it's been sitting in that shed. I have so many huge boxes of pens and markers and water pencils. I was, what are those? Fine. Anyway, I paint markers, all kinds of stuff. I did bring some. I can't. That shed is still a mess. I need to put some shelves up so I don't have to keep tearing through boxes looking for stuff, or tearing through other rooms and making more of a mess. Limit myself to what's in there. I gotta stop talking. You've been wanting those? Have you? If I don't use them, you know what? I've hardly used those. Most things well, when I was working and had my farm, I would um, donate a lot of stuff, didn't. But anyway, I would invest it back in the business. Or a lot of ways I got stuff was when they had sales like around the holidays and you can get a good deal. That's when I would. I have. I just bought some Japanese paints that I saw for, I don't know, years and years and years, and had in my basket, and found I had some reward points, so I bought them. But otherwise, I don't. Yeah, maybe I'll have to sit here on one month. I just don't know. I could even do like mandalas and stuff, and I don't have the confidence. There's nothing wrong with saying that. Maybe people think it's negative. I still love art. That's why it's go with the flow. I'll shift what I can do. Oh, look, you guys, there's Ninja. Blackjack, are you in here? Look, Robin, that's Ninja. That's one of 7 kitties. She hasn't been fixed yet. She was crowd named by, I think, Blackjack. Some others because she jumped up in the. I'm glad I put some clean food up there because I wouldn't want you guys to eat fermented stuff. Ninja, look, look. It is kismet karma, whatever it jives to do stuff. I'm feeling better. Yay! If I just have to take breaks, because I've got some food that I want to do in stages and prepare, I can leave the stream up and let people talk and come back and forth. I just uh, need to be gentle with myself. Um, Yay! Ninja Girl. Half her face is black with orange, and the other part is black. Ninja. And here comes, is that Roly Poly? Oh, no, that's Puffin. She was named by a girl in Arizona. They have the same mom, about a year and apart, because I can't catch their mom. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 cats sitting around this table. Hasn't she really grown? And you know what? I feel like I'm yelling. She's the smallest out of those 4, Blackjack. I think it's because she got that respiratory infection or the sinuses when they're young, and it's to me it seems like out of all the ones I've had and raised. Now maybe she may like feel Tay, the one you guys see that Lewis calls Tank. I had to give her the Heimlich maneuver, and she was so like gentle and fragile. I wondered, and now she's one of the alphas and big and stuff. Yeah, Robin's in here. I think John was in here. Cinnamon was, maybe that was the earlier stream when I lost. Sorry, Blackjack, about that. My phone got hot. And also, you sometimes come in the morning. I don't know if you came in last night. I wasn't there. There wasn't very many people. Oh, John said you got to see Raccoon. Maybe you got to see it. My mind got all this stuff in the background of my mind, and I'm trying to I don't know, balance, stay peaceful, calm in this crazy world, and not get sick. I haven't kept food down in 2 days. I need to smoke more. No, I have not. You know, I used to think about that every time. In fact, I'm sure um, last night 8 cats came in the house. The older ones, they're pretty smart. They know, uh, please don't get sick. Please don't get sick. Please don't get sick. Excuse me while I talk to myself. Maybe one day, what's that song? One day, yeah. What did you say? No, I haven't. But there's some boxes that are halfway open and closed that I had moved because half the house is in remodels. And it was more stuff I wanted to put in that shed. And I need to put some shelves up so I can get some more stuff in there. And then put some stuff in from there to the dog building. Anyway, no. And I'm, this week, It's already Monday, and usually Monday. Oh, that's what always happened. You no, usually, actually, in years past, if I misplaced something, I could, especially in the house, retrace my steps and just, even if it would take me a little while, I would know, I would just keep getting a feeling it was in a certain area. And I keep in the living room, I keep getting it, but um, I'm either lazy or there's too much else going on or something. I looked hard for it a few times. I don't believe it was out here. That was that night it was raining and the power was out, but I crawled underneath that deck twice. Doesn't mean I might not have overlooked it, but if it's outside somewhere, it's gone. Hi, Cinnamon. Because I did find, it took me 3 months to find some shoes. No, 6 months? I don't know, but maybe I will. I need to retire the phone I'm looking at on chat. It is going to blow up. It's got so many pictures on it. And then I've got another phone. That's why I've got all these cheap ones, and would never buy expensive ones and carry them when I work or out here like to stream because I drop with. I'm hard on them. But she's had it for 8 months and I'm paying the service on that phone. That's why I bought three of like the one I'm streaming off of. $40 phone. I wouldn't have bought three if I knew where that blue one was. I'm a mass blackjack. I have more than I need. Who needs that many? But I use them as cameras. Hour drive back to load, listening mainly, of course. Oh, well, then you caught me at a time I'm talking, rambling. Robin's here. I was showing her some, but I had a call. I thought it was a doctor's office, but I'm sure it was probably spam. I don't think you were listening last night. Did you get to see the raccoon? Yeah, Blackjack, Robin, John. John P. I don't know if that was last one or this one. Said hello. Oh, yeah, John P. was here for a little bit. And Sarma Davidson. And I might not have seen them. I might have been. I just bumped myself out of my chat. My head's pounding. I did happen to see. You did? So you were on too? I'm glad you guys all got to enjoy it. I'm sorry. I know you knew. I think there were a few of you that knew I was kind of sick, or there was only like two of us, and went in, planned to come back out, but I always feel so bad. I'm glad that there were other people and you guys can chat to each other and enjoy it. Who knows how much I miss. That's why I have all those trail cams I need to put back up. Right? I think it woke me up, the crunching. It'd been a while since seen one. Wasn't up long, and then probably heard you end. Oh, did you? I didn't really. I saw a few people's names, and I didn't know if it had been. I don't know how long I'd been asleep, 2 or 3 hours. Anyway, it doesn't really matter in the end of the day. One night, T saw a possum up there chomping away, Susie. Was I asleep then too? I didn't feel so bad. Although you guys don't care. I guess you just have to tell me. Sometimes they just even have the poop to like come out and sit it out because I know people want to talk. I don't want you to hear me moaning or something or be like. If I have it on the porch, you could probably, if I start like, I don't know, block up, be like screaming, you guys will hear me screaming. Call 911 or something. I can't, I'm not comfortable with that. No. Just saying, I shouldn't even talk about it, but yeah. If you hear me screaming, it's probably or moaning. It's just me making noises. I'm doing ASMR videos. So who's T? One night T saw a possum up there. Oh, up here on the girl? There was two possums. You must have slept. It wasn't real early, but considering I used to stay up all night, I wasn't in. Chet was sleeping. So you were sleeping a while? Yeah, I don't think there was very many people, and I was hoping was awake to talk to him. 10:15. I saw your comment. So you okay? Because I don't know what time I turned it off. I think like 4. I bet you I was half dozing then. Like I kept waking up every few hours, like because of like muscle. I told you I need to buy some of those Tylenol arthritis. Good morning, Dr. Seuss. So about every 2 hours or something, my body would wake me up, and I'd maybe glance, and I said goodnight to you. The last ones I saw were you and Swill. I think at the very end of the stream when I turned it off, it was like I saw you and Swill, and I think Georgia, and I don't know if it was 3 or 4 or 5, and I just was like, oh, sorry guys, I fell asleep awfully sleep. And said goodbye to the three of you. Was like, I don't know, you guys might have typed this a long time. Gosh, for me to be asleep at 10 o'clock, see, you guys talk to me and sometimes they're like, you sound so good. And then later on, it's like different personalities. I don't like that laugh. Good morning, Dr. Seuss. I'm rambling. It's mental health Monday. I'm better when I'm drawing and not talking, and just should let you guys all talk. How are you, my friend? I need to medicate. But do you know what? Looking at this stained glass, I get so excited about making stuff or seeing things in front of my eyes. Oh, I still need to do a watercolor inspired blackjack. Ooh, I can't move too fast. I stood up. Yeah, I gotta. Um, I'm still here. Uh, uh, I still gotta start watercolor one with grass and the dirt and the black legs to resemble a tripod, and then do that, start as the basis and see what it transforms. But I was just thinking, like on the stained glass, I could do, well, that's almost what I did do, but with watercolor. But even do it something like that design right there. Oh yeah, that would be good. Do like brown with and then leave some open parts with the blue and white watercolor, and then red in the middle, and then when you see the edges, edge it with black fine line marker. Oh, wouldn't that be cool? Oh, Cinnamon, you didn't know this. Anyway, this was like when I'd make stained glass windows or spinners or wind chimes or whatever. I I don't try to waste anything. I have grinders and tumblers that I'll do it. Looks great. Wouldn't that be a good one? Blue is a good color, but actually, um, I had a vision this morning. I should have at least started the bases. I think one time if I have it on, you guys are watching or you're watching birds, um, you need to tape the books down on paper so they won't warp out, it'll be easier to mount it or whatever. but probably do like 6 backgrounds first because I do want some to be more open and not have the whole thing. And use more water on the paper first so it makes it drip more. Save all the bits. Yeah, I know that. Save all the... That's why I have stuff all over. And Robin, you didn't see if you still... This is, I mean, saving stuff. Okay. So, how those got the circles or squares? That one I show your dad did that turned out... I used old Jello cup. And sometimes I use them for pour painting, but put watercolor around the edge. So that blue one, it looked, did those first and then painted the other. It looked like ice cubes. Huh, John? And then the circles were from different things. This is like a screw onto a nut container. Pill bottles, whatever. I can't see. Anyway, for watercolors. So, if anybody listening ever comes here and is here and then they're like, what are all these weird things? Like, actually, I even concrete things. Like, if you guys have seen by that other feeding table, there's a chair, an old office chair that's like so worn out, been sitting out here for a year and a half. And the cats, it's sitting at an angle, and the cats love to sit in it. The dump won't take it, can't put it in the trash. I've wanted to cement it and sit it at the angle it is because the cats still love to. It'll just get moldy and mildewy. So I wanted to do that for over a year. Cement and concrete it and put mosaic in it. Oh, what are you laughing at? Robin jumped off to go to get some breakfast. Okay, that's fine. Thank you. I wasn't looking. Do you guys know what? I lost some of my bits and pieces of broccoli out here because I was so shaky when I was setting up. And I smacked this little hummingbird feeder that's red and glass off, and all I found was one big piece. Ah ha 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 ha. What's so funny? Do you think we're gonna see birds? Should I paint or play around? What time is it? 2? Okay. By 3, I don't always have, I had still some hamburger left over. I'm going to make like a mini meatloaf, and I didn't do do potatoes and carrots. I can still leave the stream up. I want to start that by at least 3. I can always pop that in the oven later. Monday is the day I usually try to get my week in order and make sure about blah 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 blah. I want to find out what they're gonna do. Anyway, ha ha ha. I don't know what you're laughing about because I don't pay attention. Breakfast. You can paint. There seems to be no birds. It's probably because of me. I'm worried about all the birds. Blackjack. I do need to do some quiet streams in the morning. I did take my meds. Thank you. I'm down to half my meds. That's not why. I've had some other problems going on. I just don't like to talk about it. I put up with whatever and just go on. I don't care if I fall down, have to crawl, like when I was going blind. It was nice before all these trees were there. I uh, I had a vision about putting like a ski rope because it's kind of it. Maybe that was because my mind knew that years later I would be kind of blind and have epilepsy. But I'd like to trim some of those out. I used to have the roots painted fluorescent. I need to go back and do that so when I walk up at night. Anyway, had a quick call, legging, concrete chair. Yes, that was like I was going to make a concrete bench this summer because I wanted to show salt. And I was going to embed some plants like the one I did over in the meditation garden. Hi, Hi, Norma. Scattered flower bits. Oops. I don't know what it means. Thank you for reminding me, Blackjack. I better take your meds. Yes, John. Everybody take your meds. All of my lovely friends who need meds. There's nothing wrong. And everybody reminds me of mine. So you'll skip up scattered flower. Yeah. Oh, you must be talking about the beggar lice. Norma probably knows what beggar lice is. How they stick in. How are you doing, Norma? Yeah, the art. Well, maybe. Anyway, I'll leave the stream up, and I do see some little chickadees. Maybe since I'm out here, I will talk to you guys in pants. And you have to take yours as well. Oh my gosh, that is too funny. So we'll do every day. Everybody put. I'll do a. I'll do a poll in a comment and ask when all my dear friends' medicines time. And that way, if we're streaming, we'll be like 8 o'clock. Blackjack, it's 8 o'clock. Or mine's at 8 o'clock. Be like, Sousa, Blackjack, John, everybody, did you take your meds? Go do it. I did. Everybody asked about me. Woohoo, I did. That's not why I don't feel good. Or I feel fine. I feel lovely. I need to. I know that beggar stuff meant green bits. Well, they're actually black, if you saw it. Oh, okay. I getcha. It took me a minute to catch on. If I do something like this for an hour or two a day, then I'll leave this stream up. But tomorrow, I think I'll do. Uh, I'm not gonna do acrylic paint yet. Maybe pencil and black, like try to do like Zentagles. I bet I can. So if we start acting weird, we can. Yeah, except for that. Except for I always act weird. No, that's not true. The last few months I haven't acted weird. I act weirder. That's not true. I act weird enough myself. I almost always acted weird before. Now, um, Poop Susan's not. If you meet Poop Susan, like pooped, like drained, she's not. She's not weird. She's uh, she's no fun. She's a party pooper. Probably negative and complains. So yeah, I did. They are. Uh, in fact, yesterday afternoon, I don't know if I had a stream or not, but I did. I saw more vultures. Not a bunch, but I saw more vultures. Oh yeah, I was streaming because then I heard a bunch of Canadian geese, or heard Canadian geese, because I think Cinnamon was on. I just haven't been streaming as much as I used to. But it's so far it seems like everybody it I think the woodpeckers and the vultures are up on the hill. But it could be because of how I've been feeling and not being outside as much. I mean, I'm not even outside as much. I don't know. I feel like I'm losing a day or two a week, but probably not. But probably because of not doing as many things. I really should stop talking. You heard the Canadian geese fly over. And then, like I said, if I'm up early, because it's always sunny to where it on this girl from about 10 to 12. Um, if I'm up and don't feel well, maybe I'll still start bird streams and you can see, because I'm pretty sure I thought maybe I saw a few doves. It seemed like there were more of the smaller songbirds. Now I still saw cardinals. I've heard blue jays, but maybe it's because I haven't been. Well, no, there are days there's whole peanuts. That's why raccoons have been showing up. I don't know. I actually, I thought there were crows that you guys heard. Sometimes gathered together. They used to always be up on the hill. They seem to like pine trees that are either starting to rot or maybe it's because they make their holes in them and then they rot. But there were always more of those. And down here was the woolly and the, what's the other one? What, what's the other one, blackjack, that starts with W? There's two kinds here that are small. Woolly and, oh, don't like that I don't remember. It's not Willy. um, anyway, I thought I saw a dove, yes, I think yesterday. And there was another red bird. It was not a cardinal. It could have been a flick or whatever. Yeah, I think they're up on the hill. Those are the big ones. And I used to see them up on up there. They like dead trees. Yep, in the home. Uh-huh. Yeah, see, there were a bunch of dead ones. Now, down here, with all those ones that are coming down here, I think there are owls coming and um, you guys have heard some, but I think there was even barn owl and worries me about the cats. They're further down the driveway, kind of by past where those vulture nest that's sitting sideways in that tree coming down. Downy woodpecker, downy. Okay, downy. Yeah, downy but we also have woolly. Maybe. I don't know why I was thinking it. And louderback. And then I know the sapsuckers are in that same family. There's one short. Owls will hang together as well. I know, and it does seem that there were. And then yesterday, or another day this week, since I'm not streaming, somebody thought that they heard, not ravens, crows? Ravens or crows? There's never really been much of a crow problem here, but I have some friends that have an organic garden, and their farm is Sneaky Crow, and about 5 miles away. And they have crow problems over in their area. So I wonder if that's why some of these little birds or something. I know that's why I know there's a purpose for all this stuff and kind of let them be, which is one thing that's going to be good with the rain. A lot of these ants are going to, um, and then stuff dying off, it'll be good time for me to prune up some of these shrubs, make it less trip hazards. Anyway, I don't know. Used to never had. It just seems like in 5 years, so many have really come down. But there's been tornadoes here, like probably within, I'd say, 7 miles away from me. There's a church and has a big old steeple, like a lighthouse and stuff. Um, and it ripped a tornado. Well, or would it have been a hurricane? I think it was a tornado. Ripped ripped that whole steeple thing right off. I should go down there and film one day. There's a steeple manufacturer here in town. Of course, I live in the Bible Belt. Am I on all chat or top chat? I hope I'm on. I hope I'm all chat. Okay, well, may not be birds, and it's sunny over here, and I mean shady. But yeah, about 3 o'clock I want to go in and um, let me see if I could just put it here somewhere and draw. And oh, let me see if I had it about. Except for I need to be on an edge. That way, if birds come, I'm tripping all over. Oh, that might be zoomed in too. If I leave that at the edge of the table, not that I'm going to do that. That's going to be aquatic. I end up needing to put some bubbles in there. Sounds interesting, the trip to see places one day. If I'm able to go, I was very happy. The last 2 trips that I took, an hour and a half away, that I didn't even have to stop. That sounds terrible to you guys, but if you know people that have vertigo, and some people can have it bad, but it's also with the Meniere's, which is tinnitus and other stuff. Yeah, it had gotten so bad that I was having to, in the past few years, stop every 15 miles or so. 10. And I've always been a gypsy. So I should pull some of these other ones out. I just got to make sure I leave the time, and I'll leave this up. And then once I get some other stuff together, I can always come back and forth. Because I know I'm going to want to do stuff constantly. Church steeples, yes, about there. And they're only about, I don't know, 15 miles away. But they manufacture steeples. Uh-huh. And I thought about it the other day because the one time I went to Crystal Lake, I saw a gate across the one entrance. Maybe I had been there before. And I thought they were no longer letting people go down there. So I drove all the way down to where a big lake is and turned around. But on the way down there, you pass the steeple manufacturer, and I'm not sure if they were getting ready to do a load or whatever, but they had all kinds and different shapes of steeples laying right next to the highway outside the little manufacturing plant. So I didn't know if they were waiting for a truck and a delivery. Your drives have gotten better last few years. I know. So have Michelle's. She might be listening. Huh, I remember when both of us worried about that. Her from her stroke. And I never lost my license or anything. I just chose not to. But if I have to drive to Atlanta, then I need to keep going. I'm just going to have to base it. Otherwise, I would post that I'm going here or there. If I feel good Wednesday, maybe I'll go to the flea market. That's real remote. I definitely have to have data on. Or film and then upload. I still need to do GoPro. So many things. I should work more on the flower one, but I don't know if I could get that. So I could. Flowers are so easy. What you doing, Daphne? Oh, my head's starting. Oh, she wants to jump up here. What you doing, Daphne? Hmm? She may come up for a visit. So I'll put that one there. I still don't know what I'm going to do with all the black parts. Well, I'm going to be moving it around anyway. Yeah, that would be cool to take trips to places, but I get the hassle. It's tough to walk Robin down to those lakes because of the vertigo. Oh, she has vertigo? And I used to, when I was young, I'd get car sick, but I could walk up to, like, go to the Grand Canyon and edges. So then you understand how it is. But you driving her doesn't bother her? Because sometimes a lot of people's wouldn't, only occasionally, but I got to where, yeah, imagine how bad it is. You start making yourself want to throw up, and then it sounds like I'm complaining. It's like, oh. But some people who have vertigo totally understand. I've had friends where, yeah, sometimes you just, if you're laying down in bed, you feel like there's a, ooh, I don't know. Like I'm laying on a waterbed and I don't have a waterbed. Driving doesn't bother her, but just the walking down there. So you have like firsthand to know that, yeah. That's why I try. Anyway, you guys are so patient with everything, though. So if I just keep repeating some colors, and then I say whatever, which makes it I'm just blabbing too much. That's why I need to do something. First, I've got 2 partial cups of coffee, and neither one's hot. I could go put hot in it, but I won't. Even though that one has some white up there. Can't really see my fingers. I don't know. I wanna... I think... Is my hand going in front of it? Which way would I want to do that? Well, that kind of goes up that way too, so I don't want to do that one that way. Yeah, I still don't want to do it that way either. If I do that for... Well, I'm just going to have to move it around. Aren't these the ones I used? Why do I have to... They feel like I haven't used them. I'm talking to myself. I'd be talking to myself if I was alone. Come on, hands. Ah, I'm sure I must have used you. Stop complaining. Oh, why can't I get that off? I didn't look to see if I brought everything out. That can't be the same one then. I didn't want to do green. I need paper to make it flow. To where I can get... My neighbor. I got sand in it. There's sand up here from when I showed you guys the stepping in stones. Oh, well, there's sand in the sea, right? That's a blobby one. That's not what I wanted. I kind of liked that area the way it is. Well, since I got kind of a fuzzy line going on. Oh, that's too much. Oh, well. Too much paint came out. So we'll shift course. Court? New words. I'm making up new words. Maybe I'll just make it be like that. So much paint now. That's wet. I didn't bring paper towels or rag over here or nothing to blot stuff. I gotta do something in those black corners too. See, that has that little white pattern for some of those fine lines. Green, purple. I know I had that brown. Sorry, I know that's probably really loud. What are you guys doing? I would rather talk to you guys, maybe. Cinnamon, yep, what? Try some iridescent, if that's the name of it. Oh, wait, let's see. Let me see. No, driving doesn't bother. Her foot balance bothers her because of her left foot is screwed up from birth. But we got it fixed in 2019. We found a wonderful doctor halfway between the house and Willie's. Awesome. Try some iridescent if that's the name. Oh, I do have some iridescent gel pens out here. I know you mean the paint. I'd have to go get brushes and water. Let me see. I wonder if I have some glitter markers close. try some glitter, huh? Phew. Let me try some pens. I don't know how to. We'll see. Actually, if it was on top of white or something, well, I won't be able to do it over there. May not see this until I hold it up to the light. Oh, these. There's so many stripies there. Trying to see if you can see. It's a glitter pen, but you can't. I don't know if you can really see it yet. I might have to do that on the other blue one that was the aquatic. I really wanted these to have different designs and more. I don't know. I don't think that color would show up on there. What does orange or something look like? It probably won't come out on. Oh, I think I got my hand in wet paint. Have to see in front of the camera if it sparkles. Because I don't want to get the... If I do watercolor over it, I don't know, I may add that later if it's dark. What? I just don't know if it's going to show up on black. Probably not. Won't be able to tell in the shade here if it's going to sparkle. You want some of the shape-shifting one, huh? Another night, and I'll market that. Glitter orange. Because I'll still be adding. This has got silver in it. Here comes the train. It doesn't want to. Maybe it's this table and not. They haven't been used in a while. Maybe they're dry. Is that work coming out? Yeah, it is. A lot of this stuff is subtle, so you won't Oh, it is coming out. You can see gray. I know, I'll do that, Sparkly. Ooh. Oh, you guys were talking about that. But it's all good. I know. I'm trying to, they're in the shed. I need to put some shelves up because I've got gel pens, glitter pens, fine line pens, thick pens, paint markers, flesh pens, uh, 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 probably glitter paint pens. I mean, a collection over 20 years or less since I've lived, though. So I'll look for some. Maybe there's, the ones in here would be brown. This has got silver. I don't know if it'll show up. Where's the silver at? Where's my finger at? Can you tell that it's got glitter? So there's some other places. It looks really messy when you hold it up close, but it's more fine, and then I added some glitter in another place. So these are glitter pens, so you can't really tell. I'll just go ahead and use them since I'm only gonna do this till like another hour, then I've got to go in and start cooking. I'll leave this stream up and I can focus on the birds or just leave it on something. Some people. So I did brown around her. What's another glitter color? I'm gonna do of some of these that I already did. I'll go. This isn't the best lighting to do this out here. Stop complaining. My self-talk, I have self-talk. I want to do one in pencil. I can't wait to see that. Well, if you want more glitter, then if that's got brown stripes, that's kind of busy though, but maybe not. Yeah, it will be. Being much more messy than I would be if I was taking. Maybe not with my eyesight now, but yeah, might go with black. So this will be glittery on top of the fine line brown. And that's what this side was, so really, actually, what angle did I do that on? I need to do, except for I just went over the top of it. Doesn't matter. This paper should be taped down. Next time what? What colors you gonna use next? I don't know. I'm gonna add some more little white. So work. You can't even see them. Could you guys see where I was even working? Maybe you could. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe you can. I still need to do something with the big black ones over there. Some of the other black corners. I don't know. I never know what I'm gonna do. I have black glitter dots on that one. That's not as fun as I wanted. Aww. So since that one's white, what other light color? Where's that silver at? Put glitter right here. You may not be able to see it until I like post a picture on some of these areas. I'm trying to kind of stick to those. There's yellow. There's everything in there. Black, there's some brown, orange, pink, white, yellow, different shades of blue and green. See, then I'll have to do, oh, I'm holding it in front of the other. Where is my finger? Can you see the like little things I did? So it's real subtle. That one, if I hold it back, you can't tell much is going on there. But those, that'll be silver like glitter. So there'll be more. Anyway, how many stripy stripes you got? I don't know. I'll put that in a. I'll have to put that in a contest or have you guys count them. Sorry, John, not reading sometimes, and thank you, S. What friends write? I'm sorry that I'm not always telling you cinnamon like that. No problem. I'm in the slowest typer and proofreader. Oh, I don't even proofread the internet has ever seen. And PK said hello back to you. On the birds would be cool. Chirp, chirp, tweet, tweet to that. Yeah, except they haven't been landing while I sit here. Now I'm gonna stop for a while and leave that up there. She doesn't want to see what I'm drawing. I could. LOL. Yeah, John, I'm lazy and then slip and send. Yeah, you can. I should never have to multitask. It should be against the law, Cinnamon. So Lucky Suzanne says what's going on in the project. Like color commentary, play by play. What does that mean? It's cute. Okay. Looks up. Very detailed. The birds have flocked off. Yeah, the birds have flocked off. They know what Susan's mental. This is Mental Monday or whatever it's called. No, Mental Health Monday or whatever. So they're all. I don't want. I don't think I want the Blue Jays. Like maybe they don't want to do a flyover on my artwork. Or even when I read occasionally, it's fine. I forget. You know. Look, I do that. Is it? But this I want to do. I'm used to doing more like flowery and ivy, but I didn't know what my um, molding, ever changing brain would do. And so I was going to have it like, if I took my time. Anyway, I don't care if the lines are squiggly or not and it's underwater. We'll see. Because I originally wanted to leave the parts with the you see these parts. These parts. Those parts. More parts. I'm such a weirdo. See, I feel it. How old am I? I do need to do the black corners. What more? How many more colors? Well, and I do want to do more cleanup. I'll be still working on it in a week. No, hopefully not. I don't want too much glitter, but oh, maybe around the amoeba. Actually, more glitter pens would be good because down under the sea, there would be things glittery, wouldn't they? So maybe I need glitter, feathery glitter, like on the amoeba, how it had, or whatever, and this feathery looking thing, and then the yellow. Well, that's with marker, but I could also do some with. It looks cool. Yeah, like up art or whatever. One of a kind, right? So, yeah, since it's still aquatic, I know because I wasn't going to put anything in this or in that, but I'll put glitter. That copper's kind of cool. I don't know where I would want it to do. Hmm. Making noises. Uh, and I start, it's like how my brain would work, and then I realize people are listening to me. Uh, yeah. So I'm going to do one that looks like, I like black, but maybe I should, let's find, no, that's already got black. Blue. Oh, I don't know. I'll color those in more later. So it's like a copper orange. Is my neighbor yelling? Time is it? I'm gonna go get another coffee. What I should do is just color that in and just use some white dots. I want as much of the watercolor distortion. That's not black, that's blue. Maybe actually Make so much noise, don't I? Where's purple? Okay, no.